Morning, everybody. So today is the 21st, day before Thanksgiving. A little pre-turkey day motivation for you, hopefully. Make sure I'm on the right page. I think I am. Anyway, so today I got it titled Presents, right? So presents, big deal. Big deal about presents. We talking presents as in, hey, I'm getting something cool, or presents as in, I'm here, I'm listening, that type of thing. It's presents, honestly, it's presents as in, I'm here. That's what this post is about. And I wrote a quote in my book, and I wrote it in there because it struck me. It caught me. It struck a chord with me. It made me think. It made me go. It really it made me think on everything I've been doing lately, and that phrase is this: if your absence isn't felt, your presence is a joke. Again, I'll repeat that. If your absence isn't felt, your presence is a joke. So what does that mean? It means simply this. It means if people don't feel your absence, then you're not truly present. You're not giving. You're not pouring into somebody. You're not giving to people when you're around them. That's honestly what it means. So today it's going to be real quick, real short. I just wanted to give you guys a challenge, if you will, going into Thanksgiving, going into the holiday season, because for many of us, we get a couple days off. If you have a normal job, you get a couple days off, and you get to spend some time with the family, relax, eat, be thankful, be grateful, all that good stuff, right? So today, I'm going to challenge you to make sure that your presence isn't a joke and that your absence is felt. And how do we do that? We do it by being mindful with where we are and who we're with. And so that is what I'm going to challenge you on today, and just give you a couple real quick examples of what that looks like. So let's just talk about, like, if it's your kids. So how do we be present with our kids so that our absence is felt, right? This weekend and the rest of this week with the holiday, here's what I want you to do. I want you to ask, and this is going to be a bigger task if you got more than 2 or 3 kids. But if for each of your kids, don't do it just as a lump sum. Do it each kid. Make it individual. Ask them what their favorite game is. Ask them what game or activity they'd like to do with you, obviously within reason, that you can fulfill that either on Thanksgiving Day or over the holiday weekend. So if they say, I want to play cribbage, that's one of my middle son's favorite game to play with me. I want to play cribbage, Dad. Sit down and play him a game of cribbage. Put your phone away. Put that dang thing away. Shut it off. Get rid of it. And play him a game of cribbage. Or play him a game of Monopoly. And you know what? Here's the thing. It doesn't matter if you hate the game. Play it anyway. If you're a dude and your daughter says, I want to play dress up, and I want to have tea, and I want to play princess, or I want to play whatever, do it. I've seen lots of guys. Josh, I've seen you post where you're in a pink tutu for your daughter. There's nothing more manly than a man who's willing to wear a pink tutu for his daughter. So do that, for the kids. Ask them what game or what activity they want to do. Just do it with them. If it's your health, so how do you? All right. So how do you be present with your health, right? And here's the thing I do know. Kind of like if your absence isn't felt, your presence is a joke. If you ignore your health, it will leave you. So this weekend, pay attention to when you're full. We have a joke around our place because my mom and my wife make such good food. We don't quit eating around here because we're full. We quit because we're tired. That's just a way to say the food's really good, right? Pay attention to when you're full this weekend. Stop when you're full. You can eat more later, but just give that presence to it. Listen to your body a little bit and tell it. And when you're full, stop. You don't have to keep eating. How do we be more present in our business for this weekend? Sometimes it's simply leave it. Sometimes our businesses grow when we step back just a little bit. Now, I'm not saying you don't pay attention to your business, you don't pay attention to the numbers of your business. Those of you who are entrepreneurs, who are business minded, know that you have to pay attention to your business, or like with your health, it will leave you. But there are times when you need to leave your business alone for a little bit. Times like this, when you have a vacation, when you have time that's supposed to be spent with your family. Leave it for a little bit, because here's what's going to happen. You're going to get refreshed by leaving it alone for a little while, and you're going to come back to it with a renewed vigor, renewed appetite to go after it come Monday. Just going to challenge you on that. With your wife, how do you do that, guys? How do you make sure that your absence is felt with your wife, and that your presence doesn't become a joke, right? Here's how you do it. And this is what I'll challenge you to do this weekend with your wife. Ask her how she's doing. Here's the hard part. Here's the part where it's going to take some work on your part. Then just shut up and listen. Don't attempt to fix anything. Don't attempt to try and solve a problem for her. Just sit and listen. Acknowledge what she's saying. Maybe repeat what she's saying and say, I understand. And then the only question you might have is there anything I can do to help? Is there anything other than listening that I can do, or that you want me to do? That's how you make sure that your presence is felt. And that's how you make sure that your absence, or that your presence isn't a joke and that your absence is felt, by doing those types of things for your wife. Now, how do we do it for ourselves, right? Because it's just as important that we make sure that we're present for ourselves every now and then, right? So how do we do that? Real easy. Do the same thing you did for your wife. I just finished writing something for the team that we have in our business, and I talked about asking questions. How Google, they actually, do you realize that Google was trying to lobby that with the different dictionary sites and things, that Google isn't a verb? Like, how do you Google it, or just Google it? They're trying to lobby for that, because what it does is it makes the word or the brand, it waters it down. Because it's just, it's kind of like, what was the other one they were saying? They had a couple of really good examples of things where people just turned their brand or their word into a verb. They got lost in the shuffle. So, like Kleenex. Kleenex, it's tissue. That was one. But everything's called Kleenex now. There is a Kleenex brand, but every other brand, everybody calls it a Kleenex, right? So for ourselves, we got to think about those questions. It's the same thing you do for your wife. You ask yourself questions, and then you got to give yourself a little bit of time to sit down, shut up, and listen to yourself. Listen to your own thoughts as well. That's how you do it. That's how you be present for yourself. You give yourself the same respect, the same thing you want to give others. And that way, you can be present for yourself. Even when you're absent from yourself, it's going to be felt, so your presence isn't a joke, right? So that's the thing, guys. I'm just going to challenge you this weekend during the holiday season. Think about that a little bit. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on what you think about your absence, and that's one of the thoughts I'm gonna challenge you guys to think and to ask yourselves over the weekend is my absence felt? If I had to ask people, what would they say? Would they say that my absence is felt, or would they say, nah, I didn't really realize you were gone? Because if your absence isn't felt, remember, your presence is a joke. Grateful for all of you. Grateful for the country we live in. Grateful for everything that we have. Hopefully you guys are as grateful. Here's the other thing. If you find yourself, I know that this is the season where family dynamics, some people get, they're like, I don't want to deal with this, I don't want to deal with that, and everybody gets hurried, everybody gets frustrated. Challenge you here. As soon as you get frustrated, as soon as you feel like you're in a hurry, as soon as you feel like this isn't the season for this type of stuff, I'm going to challenge you. Think about something you're grateful for. Because I can guarantee you, once you get into that mindfulness of gratefulness, or that mindset of gratefulness, it's going to be real hard to be upset, real hard to be pissed off, real hard to be frustrated. Start thinking that way, and you'll have a great weekend. Take care, everybody.